to fly the sky base. Oh. Okay, let me just get up to the sky base. Wow. Oh yeah, that was my flood I made by the waterfall or something. Oh yeah, I can give you a tour of the sky base tomorrow. It might be better if I fly up. That will make it go quicker. Squeeze through that little gap. I'll have a tour of it tomorrow. But there we're going to start a new series of the sky base. So a Minecraft series, which is going to be exciting. And we're going to even have chapters, because it's like going to be a story. And chapter 1, which we're starting after I do the tour, will be, chapter 1 will be the underground pillager bunker, which I already set up and ready. Oh yeah, this is one of my farms. I have 2. And then I have like this. And you can see I have like a waterfall. You have this other farm, which is full of beetroot. Where you go in here, I'll show you my sister's house after. It won't be as big because my sister only just started. This is my nice pyramid you can have a sit on, and this is my penthouse on here. This is my sister in case we're ever going to stay. My sister. This is our 2 balconies. We have a gate in case we want to visit each other's balconies, or we could just go through there. And then that's the thing so far, and we just have this glass room. I could just look all around. And now, down here, this is my sister's house. My sister isn't finished yet, but she will. And just before I start doing the series, let me just show you a tour inside the pillager bunker. It's going to be like an actual story. So you have pillager bunker, like the door is like that. So then, let me just show you. I have to like break like over the door to get in. You have this. Go in here. And another prison. So, we're going to start the story. Okay. I'm going to start explaining it now. Once there was us, as you know, like our live streams, and we found this sky base. Well, we built this sky base. And we loved building lots of very nice stuff made out of diamonds or stuff. But then one day, something strange happened. In the floor, near my sister's house, bars were there. And then my sister and me looking at the bars in shock. In 2 rows like that. There's one smaller and one bigger. My sister and I were completely amazed. So, a boss up in the sky base, he went up and told our boss and let me just do it for a minute. Our boss said because now I got him. Okay, so this was our boss. Oh, he said, "Boss, there was something strange on the floor." The boss said, "Oh," and we said it was some bars, and the boss said, "Oh, don't matter, it's just some bars." But my sister and I were still a bit worried. Our boss said, "Don't worry, we'll get those bars off the floor in no time." So, for the rest of the day, I was in my room enchanting stuff. So I made some of these. So then, what I done is, for the rest of the day, after I done the enchanting, this was our office. Wait a minute, no. Sorry. This was our office. This was my office, and over there was where my sister worked. They were very confused. The boss doesn't have a penthouse because he lives somewhere else. He lives just in that place over there, that by him. I think I can hear my cat. So then, our boss came down to have a look. Our boss said it's only one piece of bar, but we said no, it's more than one. And he was like, "Oh," so he came down and have a look, and he said, "I think there's iron doors there." And my sister and I were in shock when we heard there were iron doors there. We were wondering what was going to happen. Why are there bars under there? So for all our time after that day, we were a bit scared, so we hid in our base, Sky Base, for the rest of the day. And we just had to look over the fences. I was like, what will happen next? So then, we went up on that pyramid and looked around. There was no sign of anyone else. They said, "What if the iron door lead to an underground bunker?" Or they just, but our person who said, "There's just some iron doors leading into some dark properly." But my sister and I didn't believe that, but we were still hiding because we were still very scared. Our iron golem was here. He said, so we wondered if there were any more underground bunkers, but he looked over and there weren't. The only underground thing we saw were ravines. And we thought, what if there were some underground bunkers in the ravines? But then we had to check, and there weren't. So then, we just waited in here for the rest of the day. And the sun was getting there. and my sister and I was starting getting even worried. It was very scary. So we're just here sitting. Okay, so then that the sun was saying, my sister and I are getting quite tired. It was quite late, so we just went to bed. My sister went in her penthouse, I went in my penthouse. The boss slept outside of here. And so then, the next day, my sister and I was going to check the bars again. And they were exactly the same spot, exactly where they were. We wanted to know if there were more bars. But there weren't. So then, we've gone down. We wanted to know where they were. We checked in my sister's new house, which wasn't finished. They weren't in there. We checked all over the forest. They weren't in there. We checked in the ravines. They weren't in there. We checked in the bars. They weren't in there. We checked in the swamps. They weren't there. We checked in the mesa and in that biome. We checked over the seas, and they weren't there. We were absolutely scared where they were because they weren't there the day before yesterday. So they must be still around here now. But who knows where they are. So then, the boss was now as scared as us. He even gone down to have a check. He wasn't there when the boss went, or when my sister and me went. The boss said we couldn't get through the iron doors because we don't have anything to open them with. And now we were scared in case they break into the sky base. And then later that day, he found a banner on a tree, and with a weird grey face on it. We wondered what could this be. So, for the rest of the day, we were just in our offices trying to work out what this could mean. So then, not long after, we wanted to make a research lab. So then, our boss said that was a good idea. So then, we got all the stuff we need to make a research lab. And so then, when we got all the stuff, we decided to build it. We had our jetpacks on, just flying. We were very rich. That's how we got all this money to have like diamonds all around our stuff. That's because the people who own the company are very rich. And then, after that, in a city called New York, it went on the news everywhere. That's because we weren't that long away from New York. And then it came to England, and then everywhere else in America. And then it came to all around the world. No one knew what the bars were. Who knows who these people are? But then one day, people started to see weird, like, the same banners. It was very scary. So everyone decided to cover their houses with bars and have like extremely hard keys to find. Everyone everywhere was scared. What could this mean? What could this be? So that was all in one day. People started to get really scared. We decided to make the research lab out of glass and nest for the bottom bit and the floor. So then everyone then made a base, like a little glass thing on top of their house to look over this, and one person saw something very strange. Had like a grey person running, and we thought it could be the people on the banners. And they said they have like swords and axes. And that means, and then we said that sounds something like they would have prisons, and they did have prisons. So we got some clues. Later that day, we got the research lab finished. We did some research rings, and we found something. We found something that they wanted. We found an account never known before. That account is called Don't Hack Me or I'll Kill. And everyone was very scared about that hack. What does it mean, don't hack me or I kill? People were scared that I mused about killing. And my boss and me thought it was about King as well, and my sister. So then we started to even get like a big army up. For the rest of the day, we were in our labs, scared, just wondering. Even this is spooky for me in real life, even a bit. It was getting near night anyway, so my sister and me headed to our penthouses. And we realised, and we found something the day after. So it's very strange.
Respawn point set. You can only sleep at night. Respawn point set. Respawn point set. Respawn point set. You can only sleep at night.
And so then we went to bed. After that, we went to the research room and we examined our totem of our dining, and something amazing happened. Not amazing as in good, but amazing as in bad. The totem of undying, we examined it and it has been stolen. That was a fake one. The day before it wasn't fake, but now today it was a fake one. It has been stolen. So then we called all of our Skybase army out and going looking for it. We went to the base. We tried to open the iron doors with all our strength, but we couldn't do it. We wanted to know what was inside there. So then he looked around, wondering what could go on. And then later on that day, one of the cages, we found villagers. We were very scared, and they said we found there were people with black faces and grey faces, and they started attacking us and bringing us into that cage. Now we put bars all over the cages, but they still broke in. Even more villagers were in there even later. Then, in the other cage, there started to be villagers. We knew it was something to do with those grey-faced people. The villagers said they looked like us, but they were all grey and holding like axe and swords. We said it must be those people on the banner. And something strange happened. People started finding big outposts and weird mansions in the woods, and they said they see the black people there and they were attacking them. And they were on the newspapers, the black people everywhere. What could go on next? The black people. What could they do next? And then we got a message from the grey people later on in our Skybase when we were just looking for them. It said, our boss was down with us as well, and it said, beware, we're the grey-faced people. If you don't figure out what we're doing, there must be more villagers trapped. We started to get really scared now. They wanted us to figure it out. And they even said, we saw your totem mother dying. And one time, and even later on when we were looking for them, another letter came from them. It said, behold, call us for illagers, pillagers, and evokers. And we looked out for the illagers and villagers and evokers everywhere. And was getting in light. We're getting worried. Our boss was starting. So then, he got loads of other villagers to help us. He started farming, living and trading with us. Started gathering meetings and loads of stuff. We were all working them out. And then we became the biggest company in the world. People called us the Illager Kings. The Illager Kings are the famous company all over the world. Everyone said you have to keep this going. So we did. We got more people working with us, and even got a few more bosses working with us. This was great. And figuring out more and more today. The day was probably the best. And then we examined something. He said villagers from some places started turning a bit grey. So then they got worried and kicked those villagers out. Well, didn't kick them. They went out and started attacking us. And they said, how do we do it? And they had some villagers had potions. People were wondering if it was the potions about the villagers, but we never knew. So then, after there were villagers in the cages, he found something, a lever. And he said that must be it. That must be how we should open the doors. And now the Illager Kings were jumping in excitement, happier than before. He told everyone around the company, and they were jumping with excitement. We were jumping around with excitement, saying, "We know how to defeat these Illagers." Even the mummies and daddies' children came, and they said, "We are jumping in excitement. We know how to get there." And then even some cats came and started jumping around in excitement. It was all a good time. So then we tested it. We went down to the cages, and the Illagers sent a letter. He said, "You're never going to find us." But we didn't say that. The villagers were free. But there were bandits in this place. And we found the grey people. They were hiding. We attacked the grey people and saved loads of villagers' lives. Come out, you villagers. Come and live in excitement with us. You can come out now. They're breaking the bars free with excitement. Villagers were even happy too. He said, jump along everyone, come out, we're free. And we had some other villager kings attacking them. And then after we got all the villagers out, we made them into a little home. And even the girl lived in that little home. They were all jumping around with excitement, but there was still more stuff. Even more big mansions and more outposts became. It still wasn't finished. The mystery of the villagers still wasn't solved. That was just the underground bunker near our base. It wasn't the whole outpost. And then one villager came running to us and said, there's a villager king. And he's not called the villager king. And I asked, who is it? And he said it's called the Arch Villager. It said he's a very small villager and people, and now they're trying to attack the whole world of villagers. So then we all got confused and said, what's next? It was a clue, a big clue, but for now, at night, we got to rest.
You can only sleep at night. Respawn point said, respawn point said, respawn point said, you can only sleep at night. You can only sleep at night. You can only sleep at night.
We're getting very tired because it was a very long day. We haven't slept and woke up. So then more villagers came there, so they just came to our villager king thing to help, because the people knew that if we worked for the villager kings, we wouldn't get attacked. Even the children wanted to come now, so they wouldn't get attacked. Everyone, we must stay together, stay safe, and we have to stay together. Stay safe, stay together. We must defeat these villagers. And then what we done, we made an even stronger army. We got some armies from all over the world to help. But then one army person said that they found the grey people and they made him drink a potion, and now he was turning grey. And we said, so we have to find a cure, and then we found it. We found a cure to stop the grey, and he was turning nice into an ordinary army person again. We were jumping around in excitement. So we did, because we wanted to turn the villagers back into normal, but it's still not over the outposts. We still have to know what potion did this. And the person found out. He said it was called the Illage potion. And he said that must be the potion which the Arch Villager was hiding. So then, we found it. We found the mansion which had the Arch Villager in. And he said, and then we had to fight with him, but they said, okay. And he explained it all. He said, my sister was in hospital. They wanted to help them. But then, the hospital said the cure wouldn't work. It would make them be very bad and attack us. But then, some nice villagers came and said, so then they said, you just test it on us. You can't kill us. What we do? I'm mad. But then that family came stronger, and I was jumping out in excitement. I was going to give this code to everyone. I even gave it to myself. But then something strange happened. After I heard that the family turned hostile. But then I didn't drink the potion. So then they turned hostile, and the only thing I had to do is pretend I turned hostile. That's the only thing I had to do. So then, my people, the villagers, got around everywhere. And they started giving out, trapping other villagers and giving out the potion to them. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be doing this. So then, we gave all the other villagers a potion. So then, there's still one thing left. Before we destroy the potion, there was something else made out of the potion. The Orb of Dominance. He said, you must destroy the Orb of Dominance. There's only one. So then, there was only one way to do it. Throw it in some water. So then we threw it in the water and watched it melt. And then, we gave all the villagers a potion. And gladly, they stopped becoming hostile. And that was the end of the village underground base story. Chapter 2. Now we can just play. And chapter 2 will begin next time when we play this world. And chapter 2 will be called the White. It will be called What is Herobrine and the Heart. Tell me if you're excited for the next story, Herobrine and the Heart. And I'll tell you a clue what's it about. Of course you know it's going to be about Herobrine. But he turns villagers into Stephen White Eyes. And you want to know, if another chapter wants to be about the villagers, it can be. Maybe it can be the return of the villagers if you want it or something. Maybe it can be a new villager king or something. Don't know, it's your choice. You can just leave it in the notifications. What you doing? What are you doing? Are you just watching that villager drown? Oh, that's nice. And now we're just gonna have these at the base for all our time. And at least we have some company. This is probably the worst one because like. So then the base. So then. That's not the end of the story. There's a tiny bit more. He told all the governments for all over the world that the villagers were gone. But the people still said, who knows what mystery will be next. And that's when chapter 2 begins. So that's where chapter 2 begins. It would begin at that bit. So now we can just have a nice play. So then, that was the story of the villagers. Now we're just going to play. And tell me if you're, and also don't forget, tell me in the notifications if you're excited for the next chapter, the Herobrine one. This chapter was the villagers. And remember, you can always tell me you want another one, and just leave it. But then there's something else which cures the illagers, and it's more than you can even want me to like have like a very different story. Like there's more than just outposts if you want. It could be like illager centers or something if you want. But that's your choice. Just leave it in the notifications. You want any of that. So now we just go to what these videos make. Tell me if you like the Sky Base and the story. Tell me if you liked watching the illagers in the base, us figuring out what is up in the base. You might be so that is good. And that was the story. That was this chapter. And join me in the next chapter. Now, as you know, I'm just going to play. What are you doing? Why are you going down? Don't you remember? You were for my chapter. Now you're supposed to be working, right? And you I could kick you out for the next chapter and have more villagers if you want. I could kick you out for the next chapter. You know, yeah, I'm going to kick you out for the next chapter of Sky Base. Tell me if you enjoy that Sky Base story. Well, this chapter in the Sky Base story. Tell me if you enjoyed it. Oh, he's on the balcony. He's enjoying the balcony. He's enjoying looking over. Lots of people enjoy the pyramid. Do you want to go inside the pyramid? Do you? You want? Oh, for God's sake, what are you doing? Are you having a swim? This isn't for swimming. And that's not even the way to get up. This is how the way to get up. This is the lift. Look, you go down by holding that thumbstick down, like the right thumbstick. Then you go X. Then you go up by holding X. Okay. What you do? Why do villagers always just stare at me? Get away, you dumbhead. Oh, I might just sleep in my penthouse. I'm not normally sleeping in my penthouse. That's the place where I'm supposed to sleep. Anyway, it doesn't look like everyone wants to sleep in my penthouse, which is good. Let's just wait until it's properly night. And then, after that, the Arch-Illager gave us the right Totem of Undying. And he said that the main thing they wanted was the Totem of Undying. So, the next chapter begins just after the end of this chapter when the government says, who knows what will happen next. That's when the next chapter begins. And I'll even tell a little a very short recap what happened in the last chapter. Yeah. I might even start a little bit of the chapter now. Yeah, I'll start a little bit of the chapter now. You want to see a little bit of the next chapter. Actually, I might not start it now. I think I need a little bit more think, because I had to think a bit for this chapter what it was going to be about. What it's going to be about? Is the first one going to be about Herobrine? Or is it going to be about sharks or something? I had to have a think. And I thought illagers because they're a very unknown creature. Well, what I mean by unknown is that it's one of these unknown stories about, and well, you know what I mean. Yeah, in one world it was strange. In our other PS4, like there was one world we were playing in VR, then one world, there was like a villager outpost right next to our place, and a villager mansion. Well, a woodlands mansion, I don't know what I mean. A villager mansion. I mean a pillager. So anyway, that was the chapter. So what I'm thinking of doing now is just having some fun, maybe. Like look at these villagers here. I thought after we finish this book, before we start the other book, and because we are having a few chapters in this book, and we're starting another book of the Skybase. So you can call this series or something. You can call like instead of chapters series or something, because it is on TV. It's not like in a book. But I'm just going to call it chapters, because it will be like it's a chapter, isn't it? Well, what's happening? It's getting all glitchy. Oh, I shouldn't spawn that many villagers in. What are you doing? What was that? They're going mad with opening doors. Why did I have to put doors in? One more villager so the world doesn't get too much glitchy. There. That's enough villagers. The world doesn't get glitchy. How many villagers can fit in one little sky base? Look, it's only a small amount of space. How many villagers can I fit in there? Just a small amount of space. And our new bosses, let me just spawn new bosses. As I said, there were new bosses after that chapter when more people started help. So let me just get some more bosses, make some more iron golems to be a boss. Atreus, you're our boss if one of our iron golem dies, okay? Atreus, do you hear me? You're our boss if one of our iron golems dies, okay, Atreus? So that was the first chapter. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me, and remember, don't forget to tell me you're excited for the next chapter. So each episode of a Minecraft Skybase will be a chapter. So as you know, chapter 2 is a Herobrine chapter, and hopefully we might even be a bit lucky. We might even get to see Herobrine. Sadly, I forgot to spawn pillagers in. I'm sorry about that. I should have spawned pillagers like in the base. That would have been cool. But I would have had to break the lever and stuff if I spawned like pillagers. Actually, no, I wouldn't have to break the levers. They can't even use levers, villagers. Actually dumb to use levers. They don't know anything. They don't even know how to stand on a pressure plate to get into a door. But I can see, one time when my dad saw like lots of baby villagers. Oh, what's going on here? Is this baby villager group or something? When my dad saw loads of baby villagers, I'm just running around in our survival world with my sister, me, and my dad. They were like, he said the baby villagers. He was like, what are these little bugs running around? I think this is a baby villager group actually. So big villagers, this is a baby villager group, okay? I think that's his daddy. Hello, daddy! That's his daddy. Trayaurus, you better be the head after one dies. Lots of people are enjoying that room, but not very much in that room. Oh no, there's lots in my penthouse. He's gonna tell me they're gonna be sleeping in my bed all night long. Oh no, what about my sister? No, I should have put villagers. I should have only put like one villager in the penthouse. Well, Skybase. Well, anyway, it is like chapters. I'm excited for the next chapter. I guess you are excited for the next chapter. I guess my sister and my dad is excited for the next chapter. I guess everyone is excited. Watching this, excited for the next chapter. And as you know, this was the first video I've done of this world. Oh, my cat's just sitting right next to me. So, you want to say hello, Snow? Do you want to? What are you doing? Oh no, I can't do that right now, Snow. I can't scratch her tummy right now. She normally likes scratching the neck. Now she just looking at me like scratch my tummy. Oh, she's getting a bit angry at me now. Okay, I'll do a little scratch now. Just wait a minute. Snow really wants a little scratch, and she's getting angry at me. Wait a minute. Okay, that's a little scratch now. I thought you wanted a scratch. Why are you scratching me? You said you wanted a scratch. You want it on the neck? No. I thought you would. Oh, she wants one like here. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I know why. No, that's it. She wants to scratch because I scratched in the wrong place. She doesn't know me. She never wanted to scratch there before. That's why. Yeah, huh? Don't say huh to me. That's a bit unpolite. Everyone's a bit rude to me. They just think huh and stuff. Like what is going on? Why are they rude to me? I say huh. You know what? I'm going to make a villager diving thing. What's wrong, Snow? Why is Snow getting scared? She's just running up the stairs. What's going on? Is she scared about the next thing? Because I'm scared of Herobrine. She's scared because she's scared of Herobrine. I'm scared of Herobrine. I think it's scary. My sister always thinks she's seeing Herobrine. Survival or creative. She's like Herobrine when it's not Herobrine. It's not Herobrine. I'm going to make like an extreme villager divers for the villager of people who like to dive. No, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make no roof, but I'm going to put a bunch of villagers in here. Then when I break the wall, they're going to just go all running out and have some diving. They're going to be diving without changing into their swimming clothes. Now they're going to get their all normal clothes wet. Are you sure you don't want to get changed into your swimming clothes? Okay, maybe I'm not letting them get changed into their swimming clothes, but when I break the thing, they're going to go all running out. Oh, the villagers despawn. That would be good. Now I can put villagers in for the next one. They were being a bit rude. Yes. Oh no, they haven't despawned. Just want to go far away. Doesn't look like they're actually there. I thought they despawned for a minute. No, I thought they despawned. My sister wouldn't be mad at me for a penthouse for now. No. Actually, anyway, she can just put a bed in her house anyway. I think it will be okay. I don't think she will be mad at me. So now, what I need to do is put these on, keep the villagers nice and safe and warm. I'll keep nice and safe and warm from the rain, and then they could do the extreme diving. What I'm planning is they're just going to be running out. Yeah, probably. It's time to spawn the villagers and dive. Actually, well, if they land on the ground, they're dead. They're literally dead. If at least one of them lands on there, they're going to be really dead. Well, loads of villagers in. And 3, 2. Why aren't you jumping out? Just jump out. I'm sorry. I need to break the floor so they jump out. Look, they're just falling out. What? Why are they just walking onto the pieces of floor? Why are they just going to fall out? Why are they doing that? Fool, die, fool, die, fool, die, fool, die, fool. There's the last one goes. Now all who survives on the land is Mick, Nikki, Nika, and Mushkamu, and Nictady, who will be the last one to survive the trench furnace. And we also have these villagers. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no! They turned into rotten flesh. Are some villagers still standing on the door holes or not? Oh, some villagers are. Those are professionals. They know that if they walk off, they're going to die. These people know. These people know. If they walk off, they are going to die. Die! We want to see people die. Get off. This is what I should do to the other villagers in there. Sorry. I'm so sorry that I had to do that. I'm only doing the ones up here because I don't want them to survive. These are the professionals. Why is it that's a 60-year-old? Why is a 3-year-old kid? Well, how does a 3-year-old kid know how to do skydiving? Whatever it is. These are extreme skydivers. Hello, skydivers. Skydiver news. More skydivers came today, and they jumped off and fell and died. Like all skydivers jump off and falls and dies. Like this one right here, he just fell and died. And some more skydivers even came to fall and die. Does any skydivers want to do some even worse dying? Well, what is going on? That is nice to see. The whole family are just extreme skydivers and jumping off like they're going to live forever. You're not going to live forever. Oh no, there's a baby. Da da da! A baby fell. Die. Die. And die. You have to run and die. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to bed now. There must not be any villagers sleeping in my bed. Okay. There's a queue for the bed. Get me to the bed. Okay, I'm stuck. I'm just in the villagers' heads running around now. Okay, the pier. But what? There used to be so many people at the pyramid. People are snatching to get to the bed. Everyone wants to get to the bed. Dr. Trayaurus, you here? You have to remember, if one dies, oh, I thought I saw 3 in. Okay, Dr. Trayaurus, you are now one of the bosses. Dr. Trayaurus. Dr. Trayaurus, can you hear me? I don't think Dr. Trayaurus can hear me. Why are there so many Dr. Trayauruses? There's more people at the plaza today. Come on, let's spawn some more people at the plaza. People love going to the plaza. Why I thought this as a plaza? Because there's loads of people at the pyramid. So I just thought the pyramid as the King's Plaza. Not extreme skydivers ends. You still are these mad people who love skydiving. Oh no, I don't meant to do that. A sacrificing hole. No! You're making me break my own office. Oh, at least I can spawn villagers in the air. Oh, I can spawn them on walls. Oh, that's great. Oh, that is amazing. And watch them all fall and die. Oh, this is amazing. Forward. There was only one that survived. Mick. Look at them. They're going to fall and die. Maybe someone can fall in the water and die. Oh no, no, he went out of the water and he's dead. How they're doing that? That's not fair. He's out of the water. And he's out of the water. Oh, He saved his life! Teacher! Oh no, don't tell me all the... This is where all the villagers have been going. They have been sacrificing their lives. Why have you been doing that? You meant to be working for the Illager Kings. This is not the sacrifice of life place where you sacrifice your life. Okay, maybe it's not good to let villagers go to the plaza. Maybe I should have like an iron door to the plaza. People who go in the plaza aren't getting back from the plaza. People who are going to the plaza aren't getting back from the plaza. Try doing that, you suckers. No, going back to the main bit, you're stuck in the plaza. Now, okay. Well, how did you two get up here? These are only for sacrifices. You aren't sacrifices. Now you have to fall and die. No, I'm not a sacrificer either. I'm definitely not a sacrificer. Sacrifices are not people who work here. They are people who work here. But these are people who like me to save themselves for the Illager Kings. You have to move out of the way. You don't want to die. Lol. You should be more careful next time. Be more careful next time. Be more careful next time, I said. Oh, they're so dumb. They're not being careful. Why aren't they placing blocks down? Save themselves. How do they make villages when they're not placing blocks down to save themselves? See. This is a lift I made. This is not where people go and just stand in there all their lives, okay? It's not, I told you, people who stay in the plaza aren't getting back from the plaza. Wow, why do they live in this room so much? Oh, they're loving my sister's room as well. Oh, she won't be very happy about her room. You can have an iron door you want with a lever. Hopefully villagers can't use levers. Now I'm using iron doors and levers so that villagers won't get in. Can villagers use because of handed doors? Well, they just walk through each other. What are these? Are these like the invincible people? They can like use everything. I need Frostwalker boots. Do villagers even trade Frostwalker boots? Is that a village? Okay. So I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Thank you for watching and I wish you a happy 2021.